Hebrews 12:1-2 says, "Therefore, since we have such a large cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us lay aside every hindrance and the sin that so easily ensnares us. Let us run with endurance the race that lies before us, keeping our eyes on Jesus, the source and perfecter of our faith. For the joy that lay before him, he endured the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God." I have loved coming out here on our back porch every single morning to set my intention for the day, to pray, to worship, to read scripture. I have to be super intentional about keeping my eyes on Jesus. If not, I tend to feel super out of control, fearful, and reactive, especially during a time like this. So one thing that I like to do in order to keep my eyes on Jesus throughout the entire day is to make 3 lists. And it's something that someone taught me, and it's what I like to teach our students here at Mayfair. And those 3 lists are to do, to feel, and to be. Now, to do is easy. A lot of our students have online school to do. They have to do that. A lot of people are working from home, and there's still chores to be done and housework to get done. So it's really easy to come up with 3 things that you have to do. So you can mark that off and have a sense of control by doing that, especially when so much about what is happening is out of our control. The second is super important for me, and that's how I want to feel that day. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I want to be a thermostat and not a thermometer. So a thermometer just reacts to whatever the environment is telling them. They go off whatever information they're being told and they just react off of it. I don't want to be like that. I want to be a thermostat that whatever happens, I regulate myself back to the feeling that I want to feel. And so what I like to do is I like to choose a fruit of the Spirit. So for this morning, I want to feel loving, I want to feel patient, I want to feel kind. And so later on the day, when I hear something on the news, I want to respond with love and instead of react with fear. And then later on in the day, when someone does something that gets on my nerves, I want to react with patience instead of react with annoyance. When we can't control what happens in our day, but we can control how we're going to respond to it. And so I love this practice of being a thermostat instead of a thermometer. And then the third list is my to be list, and that's easy. I want to be like Jesus. I want to be more like Jesus today than I was yesterday. I want to be more like Jesus tomorrow than I was today. How do I do that? I want to look the way he looked with humility, and I want to live the way he lived by being present with the people that are in my house. And I want to be present with that Zoom call that I had with teen girls. And I want to be present when I'm on the phone with my grandmother. And I also want to be loving towards my neighbors and trying to protect them by doing what the CDC says. And I want to be encouraging to whoever I talk to. And so I hope those 3 lists help. They've helped me. And I love you, Mayfair fam.